2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. Now, if you look at that equation, there's a lot of things in there. It's pretty long. Is there something in it that you can see that you know already? Like, is there a formula inside here that you can see already, that you know? Is there a formula in there that you can see already that you know? What? Okay, pi's in it. What else? There's some formulas in there that we've talked about already. What are some of the formulas in there that we've talked about already? Yeah, go ahead, Ella.
Radius.
Okay, formula. Formula is like finding something. You're right. There's a radius. What else? Yep.
Radius times pi.
Okay, so what's radius times pi? What's this? What's that? What's that for? What's that formula for? Okay, area of a circle. Okay. So why would I have to take 2 times the area of a circle for surface area of a cylinder? Out. There's 2 circles. So this part right here deals with these 2 circles. Okay? So that's why I have to take 2 times pi radius squared. This is the area of a circle, 2 times the area. Okay, so we have those 2 covered. Now let's talk about this right here. There's another formula inside this beginning part that you've dealt with before. What is it? What's the formula inside there that you've worked with before? What's the formula in there that you've worked with before? Somebody take a stab at it, 'cause I'm not going to tell you. 2 pi radius pipe. There's something in there that we worked with before. How about everybody go back and look at circles when we talked about circles? Circles is probably the first lesson we talked about. Awesome.
2 times pi radius.
What's 2 times pi times r mean? What's this mean? What was that? What do we use to find it? What do we use it for? What? Circumference. Why would you need to know circumference of a circle for that? Why would you need to know the circumference of a circle for that? This is what a cylinder looks like pulled apart. We know how to find the area of these. Now what shape is this? It's a rectangle, right? It's a rectangle. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Length times height, right? Okay, so we know this is height. Why would this be 2 pi r? Why would that be 2 pi r? Why would that be considered the circumference of the circle? Why would we need to know that? Good.
Because all the way around the circle.
It's all the way around the circle. So let's say this is my cylinder. Let's say this is my cylinder up here. This would be the circumference of a circle, right? And what if I unfold it? This is still the circumference of the circle, right? It's just the length of that. So that's why we need to know the circumference. There's a lot of things we need to know in there. We need to know the circumference of a circle, because if we would unroll that, that would be the length. We know the height. And we know area times 2. That's how you find the area or the surface area of a circle. So there's a lot of parts to this. Now, if we practice one, okay, so here's this one right here. I have a cylinder. My radius is 6. My height is 12. If I were you, the first thing I would do is I would seriously write it out. 2 times pi times radius times height plus 2 times pi times r. Write it out so you can see everything you need to put in. Write it out. So this part right here would be that rectangular part, okay? This part right here, of the two circles, to that cylinder. So now start putting in things you know. What do you know? Let's see, good. Two. There's radius. Okay. All right, so that's my first little bit. Don't forget that this is a plus sign in here. You're not multiplying with a plus sign. I'll have somebody that forgets that. That should be 12 too. Put in everything you know. Let's solve. You could do both individual if you want. So if you want to do this one, you could. If you want to do this one, you could. And then just add them together. Easily do that. So this one's in just the area of that middle part. This is then just the circle. Put them together. Let's just shake it. If you round the nearest 10.2. And what is this? Centimeter square. You don't have to do them all individually. You can just put this whole thing in your calculator and plug that. You don't have to do them individually. I'm not going to require that at all. So whatever works for you. If you want to see what they are and add them together, do just a little thing in your calculator. Fine. Okay. What questions do you have for me? What questions do you got for me, Aunt? Anything? All right, try this one by yourself. And surface area. Use your that's like a whole number. Never happened. Discuss trying to do on 3.14. That never happened. a lot of numbers there. Looks overwhelming when you look at it. If I remember correctly, it was 471. Is that right? I never remember, but I remember this one because it's the only one that ever comes out of this. 471. My last class that we did, we actually found surface area in the water bottle. Let's find surface area some other things. I'm gonna do this. Find surface area some of this stuff. Okay, so let's find this. Maybe we get a guess. We'll do it in centimeters. Let's take guesses.
71.
71? That's your guess? 71 centimeters? I think it's in here. Maybe you want to guess?
200.
Okay, write it down, 243. Write it down. That was like pretty good. I don't know. 270 something. Got your guess? Write it down. Write your guess down. On the side. Write your guess down. All right, we're doing centimeters. So, the radius is, let's see, the diameter is 5. So the radius is 2.5. 2.5. And the height is about, I would say about 13.2 centimeters tall. So height, 13.2 centimeters. The radius, what did we say, was 2.5, right? Okay, find surface area, see how close your guess was. Let's see who was the closest. There's a lot of dots in it. Maybe I should make these all multiplication signs. Doesn't look like so many dots in it. Ooh, this is, what did you say, Carol?
He said 243.
Geez, that's not that far off. Geez, 246.5? That was close, Kale. Holy cow.
I didn't know what
So we didn't even know what we're talking about. Anybody get it closer than that?
I went
To what? That's pretty close too. You're just too off. Good job. Good job.
I put 246.49.
All right, let's do one more. Let's get one more thing. Let's see what we got. I got this right here. And guess what this one's gonna be? Just the cylinder, not like this top one stuff. All right, we're doing centimeters again. Got your guess?
I don't know. 302.
All right, write it down. That was 302.
340.
343.
42.
42, we're gonna add a decimal line.
200.
All right. Make some measures, some measures. Okay. Approximately 5 is approximately the radius. Height. Ooh, 8.5 exactly. Eight and a half. So height was 8.5. What did I say the radius was again? 5. Okay, there you go. See what your guesses were and how close they were. Are you just like on again? Are you close again? Oh, not close
Well,
like
I was
that.
about 2.5.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Your first man, it's a little off. 423.9 centimeters squared. Anybody get close to that?
I was,
50 off?
Well, yeah, 4.
Yeah. Did you write down the right numbers? These right numbers? It's important to write it all out so you can see what you're doing. It's really important to do that. Anybody get close? Oh, you did 3 times your phone number? Yeah, that's a nice thing. Go back to these calculators. Probably why. Any questions on how to find surface area? Pretty simple. The last thing I want to talk about is if we know like the radius and we know the surface area, but we don't know the height. Okay, so let's say here's your pop can, whatever. Okay, a radius we'll say is 3 centimeters. My height I don't know. My surface area is 236.9 centimeters squared. How would I start to find what I'm missing? What do you think I would do? How would I start to find what I'm missing? What would probably be a good idea just to start with? What do you think I should just start with? Write it out. Fill in what we know. Yep. Write it out. Fill in what we know. So we know it's 2 times pi times r times h plus 2 times pi times radius equals surface area. All right, so start filling in what you know. You know a lot of this stuff. The only thing you don't know is the h. You know everything else. 2 times the radius is 3 height plus 3 equals 236. So start doing what you know. Fill in everything you know. Okay, the next thing I would do is start like putting things together that I know I can put together. Like I would maybe do this. Okay, so 2.14 times 3 is 18.848 because I don't have a height yet, I'm not sure. Plus, now put all these things together too. Looks like 56. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Now it's an equation, just like what you've done before. What's the next step that I'm going to do? What's my next step? What do I need to get rid of? Do I need to cancel out with my balance? Lizzie?
You cancel out 56.
Okay, and by how am I going to do that?
Subtract.
You're right, let's subtract it from both sides. Good. 1, 5, 2. 6, 5, 2. I got 188. All right, what's my next step now? Divide, you're right. Yep, I'm going to divide by 18. 84. 18.84. And you should get, actually, it's going to round up, so 9.6 centimeters. There we go. So doing everything you know how to do. You know how to do all that stuff, guys. I'm about 100% sure there's one I got in your test. Yeah.
So, so what if you like took like choose and all that up there and did that whole thing, except left the height out and then divided that by your surface?
Well, you have to get rid of this first. You have to get rid of that, just like what we did. You can't just like divide by all of that. You have to get rid of that 56 first, because we add them together essentially, so we have to subtract. We're just going to work backwards. Okay. So you can't do all that at the same time. You have to do it in steps. You wanna see another one like this, yes or no? Just in case, I know there's one like this on your test. Do you wanna see another one just in case? No? Nobody wants to see another one? Are you sure? Okay. Well, let's see, I guess. Alright, come over to the board. Come over to the board. 1 through 3, 5 through 12. We're missing number 4. You're not worried about number 4.